All right, something cool here is with James Baker of the Rorschach Test. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, Ramsey?
Really good, really good.
That's good.
I just got done listening to the new track of yours. I loved it. The video was crazy as well, man. I loved how you put everything together there.
Thank you.
Now,
Yeah,
this is the first song that you've ever did that wasn't written by yourself, is that right?
that's absolutely right. And it's kind of neat how it's this song because what this song is about is that old saying, pride goeth before a fall. It's one of the oldest stories that we have in mankind, and it shows up in all sorts of different religions and different historical references. That archetype of the one who decided that not only would he be like God, but he would ascend above God, and as a result, fell to earth. So for me, with my ego to release the wheel and say, "Hey, somebody else drive for a minute and write this song." It was a good breakthrough for me, and I'm so glad I did, Ramsey, because my beautiful writing partner, the Narcoleptic Goddess, did an amazing job with these lyrics, and she's got another one coming soon called "Embracing the Shadow," which I think people are really going to love as well.
So what is it like being in a band with your wife?
It's great. It's something that I think a lot of musicians dream about or fantasize about in their lifetime. Maybe not so much when you're younger, but as you're getting older, the whole cliche of sex, drugs, and rock and roll becomes less and less appealing, and we look for more substantial things like relationships, things that are solid, and to be married to someone who is so gifted in so many ways. I mean, I could go on and on about her. I just feel really fortunate that she's even involved in any way with my project. If you look into her project, it dwarfs mine.
Right, right.
you know, she I forget how many followers she's got, but she's on social media, and she has really made a connection with people who suffer from sleeping issues all over the world. And because of that, she's grown this huge following. She did it from an old, outdated iPhone.
Right.
She didn't have a computer; she just had her little iPhone.
That's
And
awesome.
over the years, she built this huge following. So I feel really blessed and grateful that she's even involved with the project in any way. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We already have. The video was so much fun making that in downtown Phoenix. We had we had several police officers stopping and looking down the alley at this sixth wing black angel, wondering what was going on.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Just another day under the Phoenix sun, or is there something else going on here? Yeah.
I think your wife has 160,000 followers. I think it was when I checked it out earlier.
No, actually, it's over 600,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. And just let me put this out to you. I'll send you the link to the real page because there's lots of imposters that grab her name and you know go as long as they can until they get shut down. But no, she's got over six hundred
Oh,
thousand
wow. That's
followers.
way bigger than when I take a look. Yeah.
Yeah,
You click on
yeah,
something, like you said, you click on something on Facebook, you never know who's gonna
yeah,
steal your
yeah.
sunshine there. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Yep.
So, do you think your wife was the driving force to get you back into making music again? I know you took some time off, and then you.
Well, yeah, I think it was definitely part of the equation. Rorschach test is really always the concept I've had for it, and what's behind the magic of the band is that it's sort of an alchemy where we take different elements of music, whether it be programming and live musicians or however that works together, and we put them together and make a single unit. I used to call it a terminator, a cybernetic organism, where you had the programming as the skeleton and real flesh and blood on top playing live music. And so for bringing in a lyricist initially, and then inviting her to play bass, that was a kind of a different kind of alchemy, but it really worked, and it is working. I mean, we're continuing to write together, and so to answer your question, absolutely, it was a big factor in me moving forward. Because I just felt so strong about this song in particular, Fallen. But then after this one, there's others that are coming that are just also so strong and amazing. So we've got a good formula. And I should also bring up, I would be really remiss in not mentioning this. Another huge part of the formula has been Colby Peoples and Mike Bolenbach with Fullwell Studios in Phoenix. No matter how many ideas you've got in your head, if you don't have a great producer and someone that really knows their way around the studio, it's going to sound like crap. I mean, you really need to have someone who can take your ideas and translate them sonically. Mike has done some amazing things in this studio, but Colby, when I initially met him, he was just kind of engineering on the song. And we had some rudimentary guitar tracks, and Mike said, "You ought to let Colby try to lay some guitar tracks down." I'm like, "Oh, he plays guitar?" Mike, Mike said, "Yeah, he plays guitar." And what he has done on this song and other songs on the track are just amazing. And from someone who's worked with Jeff Loomis on the last record, I can honestly say this kid is comparable with the best and the brightest of guitar players out there in the world. And I can't wait to show him off some more, as the album gets released. And I hope he gets the attention he deserves. Today we got some really good news. We were number 3 overall added on Metal Contraband and number 4 in heavy radio. So a lot of people are listening to him already.
Awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, so that whole recipe of myself and my wife with the lyrics, and Colby as the guitar player, Mike as a producer, just an amazing combination that seems to really be working right now.
I know you're shooting for October 31st for the release of the record.
Yeah, we will.
Is the whole thing recorded already, or are you still?
No, we're finishing it up, but it's on schedule. We don't expect. I mean, we'll be done way ahead of schedule, and that release date will definitely happen.
Now, what can the fans expect on this album? Is it going to be the similar song from the new track, or are we going to hear?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be it's definitely going to be a heavy album, and it's also going to be talking about heavy subjects. The next single we're going to release is going to make Fallen subject matter seem like nothing. I mean, it's a very serious song that we're going to be releasing next up. It's called Belated, and it deals with suicidal ideation, that topic. And I can't wait for the world to get a hold of this song. And we're really excited about partnering with companies, with foundations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and helping bring awareness to this issue that we continue to have and is growing, much faster than anyone is telling you right now. It's a huge problem right now, and we need to become more and more aware as a community on how to help people who are at that point where they're ready to end it.
That's a pretty sensitive subject to be making a track about. Is this a personal reason that you're going for this, or is just in general you want to help?
There's a very personal story behind it, and the song is actually written from the viewpoint of someone in our family that either made the choice or accidentally passed away. And not only him, but I've had band members who have made that choice as well. The last bass player we had, Jason, sadly made that choice. And I think every single one of us has family members or friends that have either contemplated or made that choice. if you're asking from a personal standpoint of me, have I ever been there? I can honestly say, yeah, I felt that there were times when I was there, but I was fortunate because I had people around me who cared enough to talk me through those times. And, that's why I think it's so important to bring awareness to this issue. It all starts with just if you're feeling like you're reaching the end, it all just starts with reaching out and talking to someone about it. Just don't keep it to yourself.
Right.
Reach out and talk to someone, and things are going to look better the next day, I promise you.
You see, the great thing is about when you release a track like this, I mean, there's so many people that can relate to this. And, hearing this might be the thing that makes them realize, hey, I'm not alone in this world. There's other people that are dealing with similar things.
Right. Well, empathy's always been a big thing for Rorschach Test since we began. I mean, when we put out the album Unclean, I had no idea how many people that we played to and listened to our music were be coming back to me and saying, "Thank you so much for putting out that album. It really saved me. I finally understood that there were other people who felt like me."
Right.
And so that is, yeah, we're still writing music like that. And this song in particular is it's I wouldn't say we're not like making an intentional promotional song to help people. This is a real experience that really happened in our family. And I'm sure it's really happened in a lot of the families who will listen to the song. And I'm sure there are people out there who are thinking about it even, every day. And you're exactly right, Ramsey. The fact that a song or any type of a medium of art can reach out to someone who's hurting or someone who is struggling in this way and make them realize that, hey, I thought I was alone, but I'm not. There are other people that really are going through this or have gone through this. Just that one little thought can create a whole beacon of hope.
Now, are you planning a video with this as well? Something to tie in?
Yeah, it's in production right now.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's the same director and producer that we used for Fallen. We liked him quite a bit. His name is Alex Chacon, with Chacon Media here in Phoenix, and he is just he proved himself on the first video, and I was like right away, man, let's strike while the iron is still hot, and let's get the second one going right now. And so we've been in production for about a week, and it should be ready to. We should release it sometime in August, I believe.
I'm excited to see it, man. If it's anything like the last video,
Oh,
hope.
it's going to be great. Yeah, we're really excited about the storyline and what he's got going in it, and I think it'll be a very powerful video. So
Now, I know you're a former preacher and you're still an ordained minister.
yeah,
Does any of that influence your music?
of course it does. I mean, how could it not? Our world views and frameworks of how we view things in the world. I think it influences every aspect of us, especially our art. If you're asking if I'm going to make a gospel record, that's not going to happen.
You're not going to
But
be the next,
yeah,
next striper there, industrial striper on
no, no,
there.
yeah. So yeah, I think I like Striper. By the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with Striper. I think they're amazing.
I just seen him on Saturday.
Yeah, is that right? How'd they do?
It was pretty good. It was acoustic, so it was different, but it was still a good show.
Yeah, their old bass player, Tim Gaines,
Hmm.
he's a pastor of a church here in Arizona now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, right. Small world for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But no, I mean, it influences me in terms of how I write, absolutely. But it just does that because I have a certain worldview and framework of how I view things, and I don't expect to translate that or disciple or try to convert people to any one form of belief or worldview. If you hear something in one of my songs that makes you think about something, that's great. I've done my job in being an artist, but I'm not using my art right now so much to be a missionary for any type of religion or cause or anything like that, if that's what you're asking. But yeah,
Not on that
I am.
aspect, no.
Yeah, I am still an ordained minister because when you go to seminary and you graduate and you get those credentials, that's something that you have for life. Um, and it's come in very handy because I'll share this with you. My day job for the past year or so has been something just really beautiful. I got hired by a home health and hospice company here in Phoenix
Okay.
to be a hospice chaplain.
Oh, wow.
So I've got to spend the last moments of someone's lifetime here over and over again with different people here in Phoenix, and it's just been a really amazing experience. So I'm really glad that the degree and the ordination allowed me to do that.
Has any of your friends ever asked you to marry them?
Maybe a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know. Not recently. I don't think they want to mess with the narcoleptic goddess. Oh, you mean marry them like as a minister?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, misunderstood. Yeah, I've had and I've actually performed the ceremony. So our for our former keyboard player Troy, I married him and his wife Holly. Yeah. So
Now, is there any plans to play some shows before the album comes out?
not before the album comes out. We're going to our first show is going to be on January 17th at El Corazon in Seattle, and we're going to start building the tour from there. I know we're playing the 23rd of January at the Whiskey in LA, and then we're going to start moving throughout the country. But yeah, we're just now in the process of building that tour, and we're definitely not going to go out before the entire album is released.
Now, will this be the first time that you're touring with this version of the band?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we're hoping for, you know, we've got some big surprises in mind for the tour. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag right now, but it's definitely not going to be your average Rorschach Test show. We got some new bells and whistles that we're going to bring out for this tour. So we're excited about that as well.
Now, has your wife ever been on a tour before, or is this be her first time?
It would be your first time. Yeah.
Well,
Um,
that's definitely going to be interesting for everybody then, it's.
Well, we all get along really great. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And, what's going to be interesting to me is to see what portion of the crowd is coming to the Rorschach Test show to see the Narcoleptic Goddess. That's going to be interesting to me, but I think it's great. So I'm excited about having her to do those shows, and like I said, we just feel really grateful that she's even blessing us with her involvement in any way. Hail the goddess! Hail the goddess!
It's going to be interesting to see how you mesh both those worlds together to
Yeah, I think so. But we got somewhat of a feeler because she shared the video on her mega page on Meta, and I think we got over 120,000 views of the
oh wow.
video, like instantly. And there was like one off comment, but everybody just said it was just like incredible. They loved it. So just hundreds and hundreds of awesome comments. So if that's any indication, I think she's got some real fans of our genre and brand of music. So I think it should go quite well.
If you didn't get one off comment, you weren't doing anything right in the first place then.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
It's how the internet is these days. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You got to have some thick skin now. Wow.
they'd rather take the time to talk trash than go ahead and give you a compliment. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's a motive behind it. I think the more reactions they get, if they're monetized, they may make a nickel off of that or something. I don't know. I don't understand it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it can
internet's
be
weird,
hard.
man.
I know. Definitely.
So for those that are watching, they want to follow up, they want to see the video, they want to find out about the next single we discussed, and hopefully get some tickets to see you guys when you guys are ready to go out next year, buy the album, see more about the Narcoleptic Princess. Where they go from there?
Goddess,
Goddess.
narcoleptic goddess.
Sorry
There we go.
about that.
Yeah.
I knew it was wrong when it was coming out of my mouth, but I already had the
That's all
coming
right.
out.
That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. Go to RorschachTest.com. So that's www.RorschachTest.com. And we have our link tree up there that'll take you to the YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, and you can see it all there. So we look forward to having you. So please come on board and like, subscribe, do all that stuff that people do online, and we'll appreciate it.
Perfect, man. All right, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
It was definitely my pleasure. And so I told your son that I'd be sending a box of fun stuff your way, merchandise and things like that. So you can look for some for you as well.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
You bet. And it's been a long time since I've been to Buffalo. Are they still doing shows in Buffalo?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like
What's the venue?
Electric City, Town Ballroom, and then they have the Terminal B is what they open up for the outdoors, and Riverworks are the big ones that are around here now. Besides the
Okay. All right.
arenas.
Yeah, wasn't there like a state theater or something like that downtown?
There was the Rapids Theater that was at
That's it, Rapids Theater. Yeah, I think that's where we played last time. So I'm not sure, but we sure hope to come through there and see you guys. And again, thank you so much for having me on the show.
all right,
Hope
man. It
to
was a
see you real soon.
pleasure.
Okay,
Can't wait to hear that next track.
it's coming your way, man. Thank you.
All right,
All
man.
right, bye.
Take care.